Hi, my name is Kristen Rosa, and today we're going to talk about 5 more things you can do when you receive a prenatal diagnosis. In my last video, we talked about the first things that you can do after initially receiving that diagnosis. And so, moving on, first of all, you can take time to process that information. So, for example, when I received my prenatal diagnosis that night, we were supposed to go out for dinner at a friend's house. And initially, I was going to go. I thought, okay, this is okay. I can do this, even though I was an emotional wreck. But then I realized, what am I going to, what am I doing here? I'm not going to be able to get through this dinner. And so I called up that friend, and she was actually the first person I told about the diagnosis. I didn't go into any detail, but I did have to tell her in order to explain why we weren't going to be going over. Um, and that was the right call to make. I needed that time. And if you need to take a day off of work, hopefully, you're able to do that. Maybe you can find a babysitter to take care of your other kids if you have older children. Um, I would recommend, just if you have that opportunity, take time, cry if you need to, take a bath, just hold your husband, your spouse, and just, yeah, take that time. Next, I would recommend that, when you're ready, you can call a trusted family member or friend and tell them what's going on. I encourage you to choose someone that you know is going to be there for you, who's going to support you, who's going to pray for you, um, someone who is going to encourage you to see the positive in the situation. Um, and for me, I called my mom. I actually called her that first day, that first evening, because she is someone that I always feel that I can go to and talk to about anything going on in my life. And she was a safe person, and she was so encouraging. And she told me that she would be praying for me and just told me to, put my trust in God. And yeah, and so I would encourage you to do that. Um, and then next, this one's really important, I think. Go to prenataldiagnosis.org. It's a wonderful website full of information about receiving a prenatal diagnosis. And they have just so much information about places you can go to receive support. They actually have counselors that you can call, and they will talk to you and they'll help you process things and help direct you to the right place for support. And it's a very life affirming organization. And so, prenataldiagnosis.org, I actually know one of the ladies who helped found that organization, and it's wonderful. Um, and then my next bit of advice is this: uh, find a group of friends who can journey with you through your pregnancy and hopefully beyond. For me, I was plugged into church already, and my church they were wonderful. They really supported us, and we were part of a small group. And so this group was just, they really helped us, just process everything, all the thoughts. They prayed with us. When our son was born, they provided us with meals and things like that. And I was also involved with a mom and tot group at my church, and we met every week. And those ladies were just incredible. It was just really meaningful for me to have those friends and to have people who could support me along the way, as we were gearing up to give birth to these babies. And again, they prayed for me. And I was really, really blessed to have a lot of emotional support during my pregnancy. And, if you don't have that right now, I really encourage you to join a church, get involved in a small group, find, a mother's group, and just find those connections that are just so important to have during this time. So, and then next, I would encourage you to um, Next, I would encourage you to feel free to accept help. So if someone offers to, yeah, babysit your kids, bring you a meal, um, or they ask, hey, what can I do to help? I know it's really easy for us to want to do everything on our own and be independent and not have to rely on anyone. But you know what? Prenatal diagnosis is a traumatic thing to go through. It's not easy. There's just so many unknowns, so many fears. And, if someone offers to help you, don't be afraid to say yes. And, it's okay to tell them like what you need. So maybe cooking meals is totally fine for you. For me, it's not. I'm a horrible cook, and if anyone offers me a meal, I will accept it gladly. But, maybe there's something else that would be helpful for you. Don't be afraid to let them know, because people are, they want to be there for you. People love you and they care for you. And so, yeah, don't be afraid. And then last of all, I recommend that you check out my website, kristenrosa.com. I've written a book called Saving Nate, Choosing Life After a Devastating Prenatal Diagnosis. And you can go there, you can find my book, you can also read my story, there's resources on there. And yeah, if you want to just find out, you know, yeah, how I made it through that pregnancy and beyond, and the outcome of my son, how he did, feel free to go and check that out. But I can tell you this: God is good, He is faithful, He is strong, and we can trust Him no matter the outcome, whether our child lives or dies, or whether our child is healed or not. God is good and strong and faithful, and He will not leave you. He will not forsake you. He tells us over and over in His word, do not fear, for I am with you. So turn to Him for strength. He is good. He won't fail you. He didn't fail me. And yeah, so thank you so much for listening.